Alrighty, we're back for another Darkest Dungeon run. This is Mike. We're going to be doing this short mission right here. Then we're going to be hitting in the Swine Prince fight after that. I'm taking the exact same group both times. The reason why I'm doing this beforehand is because she's level 0, and I want to get up to at least level 1. Everybody else is doing just fine. We might have some level 2s with the Bounty Hunter and the Jester after this as well. That's kind of another reason why I'm doing this. I spent a ton of money to upgrade my guys and put them in the sanitarium and also disease treatment as well. Don't think I have anything when I... So yeah, that's about all I did. Spent quite a bit of money doing that. I didn't have high hopes for the Swine Prince, and didn't really have a healer, so I had to find a new one. And now we have to level her up just once, then we'll be good to go. So just a short mission here real quickly. Both in the Warrens. Take our herbs. Don't really need actually any more than that. Extra torches are fine. There we go. Cool. Haven't really faced a Swine Prince yet in this run, which we'll be doing next dungeon right after this. But like every other boss, you kind of want to be at max level that you can be. And also each boss you have to fight 3 different times. Once in Veteran, once in Apprentice, and once in the Elite dungeons. It's a new ability I picked up on her. It's a stun. It does not work very often, but when it does, it's very effective. And it also gives us torchlight. It's one of the few things she can do an attack for the back 2 positions. She also still has the Judgment, which is normal. These 2 are backwards. Nothing else special there, really. So we have our normal bunch here of Solo Finale, Jester, Leper, Barbarian, Bounty Hunter, and our Vestal. Also got this new trinket. It's one of the best ones in the game. It does get a lot of disadvantage, but the speed buff and the dodge is definitely worth it. Almost guarantees anyone to go first when using it. Also picked up this one a while back, which is plus 20% damage. Make 20% move skill chance. Very rare for a bounty hunter to have. Yay, thanks. That was good. So yeah, please leave comments if you like this these videos. Want see me do some, see me keep on doing them, which I will until we actually finish. There are mods for this game, which I might try out as well afterwards and run it through again. The mods basically will change how the curio interaction works, also change the corpse interaction, actually make them do something other than just sit here. Makes the bosses harder, a couple of different things that I've seen before with other people running through it. Another interesting thing about this game. They keep updating it, even though it's been out for like 5 years. They still keep updating it with new stuff, which is great. I've not heard really if they want to actually make a new one, but it's definitely probably something I would definitely love to see if they do. This was, if I remember correctly, not a very big team of people that actually worked on this one game, but it was definitely they did a great job on it, I think. It goes for about 40 when I bought it, but it's probably about now to about 25 on Steam. We only have to explore 90% of the rooms, so I'm just going to come down here, hit these two, and then figure out what we need to do at the end of this quick dungeon. And after you fight the guys so much, down here at the bottom, you can learn more about them. You see what their rend does below in skills. The first time you encounter an enemy, you don't know that, but once you encounter them a couple times, you tend to know more about them. So that was a weird thing that happened. The game just cut out and didn't lose anything though, because the game does save right as you do an action. So we didn't lose any time, didn't lose anything there. Just lost a little bit of time. As far as gameplay, I just paused the video, moved right back in. You might have seen that real quickly. Or not. There's a journal page. So like I said before, after this we're going to do a Swine Prince run. Assuming we don't get too destroyed, we're going to take the same group as well. Oh, yeah. What does that do, I wonder? I've not seen that one in a while. Yuck, that's a bad disease. Okay, that's what the pigs do. These two little swine wreckers back there, they will definitely do diseases on occasion. Also happens with like snails. Sometimes you get it off of the stingers as well in the cove. Both of them in the cove. The ruins don't really give out diseases at all. The wheel does sometimes. I've definitely got them from the plants in there. Yuck. That should have died. Oh well. Brings him up to the front. Do that because next round he can finale. There we go. That was kind of a bad idea, I guess. So very simple little dungeon here, not going to be too long, hopefully. Just 90% room clear. You could combat that debuff with herbs if you want to, but it really technically only lasts like 1 round, because you'll spend 1 round actually doing a stress heal, then you'll spend another round moving back up front, and you'll spend the 3rd round doing the finale again. So it doesn't really last too terribly long. We could have 1 more fight in this dungeon, then we'll be done, which is good. Thanks. That's very nice of you to check the dining cart for me.
Watch your step.
Alrighty, another fight here with bandits. We can get rid of him pretty fast with the finale. It shouldn't take too terribly long here. See right there, he has point blank shot just like I do on my highwaymen. The punishment is his ability to use his what's called your flail, which also can do bleed. You can see down there in the skills we have blanket fire there and rush shot for the brigand back there. And it also has a debuff, which you can see. It won't tell you what the debuff or what the ability, how much to hit or anything like that. But we'll give you some idea of what they can do after you've attacked them a couple times and run up against them. Just trying to eliminate his stress. Get him at a comfortable level to where we can maybe take this group out again on the next one with the Swine Prince. Because he is got that disease, we might have to change the party up just a little bit, or not even use him at all. We'll see. But he's definitely got his stress down now. Just got to keep moving. Be helpful. Oh, another new trinket here for the highwaymen. Helps disarm traps. Also gives us a little small buffer to dodge. We did get this cool trinket here that helps against Eldridge. Eldridge is fishmen in this game, essentially. It's a new thing. Basically, we can pick up both of these bounty hunters for free. We have a full roster, unfortunately, so we can go here into the stagecoach and upgrade it, and then do that. Sometimes this will happen with your dead characters in game, but we don't need them. We don't need more bounty hunters. It's not really a big deal. Already dismiss. You need to go gamble, I think. Okay, you're going to go down there. That's that. That's where you want to be? Okay, fine. And then here we need to go and throw you in the ward to get rid of that. Then we can embark. Who we want to pick up as far as level goes. Just fight the Swine Prince. Wow, okay. Yeah, we're definitely doing that today. That's one of the best trinkets in the game for a Vestal. Yeah, it's really good. Try to figure out a party lineup here. That'll work. There we go. You basically want people that can do a lot of damage and fast. So let's go ahead and level them up real quick. Or make sure they are leveled real quick. Spend a little bit of money. It's not where I want to go. Make sure we can prevent the midnight ambush. Speed doesn't matter too much. That's great. And when you take out camping skills, you can take maximum of 4. Did spend quite a bit of money there. That's fine. Last thing we need to do is suit up our new people with trinkets. And then we're good to go. That's a new one we just picked up. 30% bleed skill chance. Leper's always in the first position. Got our Vestal trinket here, guaranteed to go first. Also got the speed and dodge buff. I'm actually not going to use that on her. I'm going to use it on her. Here we want the accuracy buffer. And move resistance. Alrighty. Okay. So we're going to take max amount of food because we're going on a medium warns. If you make a mistake, you can always go right back out and recheck, and then you'll reset your provisions. I like to do food, then torches to make sure I don't forget either one. And then if you happen to forget the rest of the stuff, it's not as a big deal. 2 keys, shovels for sure. Bandage, that. Herbs, holy water, sure. Cool.
The ways and rituals of blood sacrifice are difficult to master. Those from beyond require a physical vessel if they are to make the crossing into our reality. The timing of the chants is imperative. Without the proper utterances and precise intervals, the process can fail spectacularly. A nameless abomination.
So it's right here's where the Swine Prince is. Well, it doesn't matter which way we go. It's pretty straightforward. It'll take us 5 rooms to get there, and we'll be fine. Wow, that's a terrible shuffle. The Arbalist can still do something up in the front row, which is fine. Just do blind fire. But the Leper's basically in the worst position imaginable. Blind fire just hits a random character. Can't really tell, gives plus to speed. No matter which one I targeted, it hits randomly. And just keeps giving plus to speed. Now I'm at 10 plus speed. She's guaranteed to go first. But my party shuffle got really screwed up, so just have to deal with that. Nothing we can do. Awesome. Doing great here. It's no big deal. We'll just fix it as we go and kind of work through it. With blind fire, you can never hit the corpses, which is at least somewhat beneficial. And it's also nice that this group does not do much damage to us. Just a lot of disease and stress. That's what we're looking for. Alrighty. Move skill chance. -1 to speed as well. That was a great first fight. Sarcastic person here. Wouldn't mind some scouting so we could find out which way we don't have to go. Ah, more maggots. Short, simple, and sweet here. Back to normal stuff we can do. So the Battlefield Bandage here, it gives bonus to healing on the same character. It also does a little bit of healing, and then gives bonus to healing received. What that means is you can use someone else to heal afterwards, to the same character, and they'll do more healing than normal, which is really pretty good. The reason why I'm taking a Vestal and not any other of the healers on this group is because she has the full party heal. The Swine Princeton tends to do a full party hit, which is kind of nasty. Rabies, that usually just comes from a dog. That is sometimes good if you have a high accuracy in on your party member. You can just keep that if you want. That's totally up to you. Like here, I can hit her for 85% chance to get a hit on him. This person has rabies. I might just keep rabies. Who knows? It just depends. It's kind of a double-edged sword there on that disease. I would not keep it on a leper if I got it. That's for sure. Would be tempted to keep it on an Arbalist, honestly. Not too many diseases give a buff, but some of them do. There's another rabies. So we're just getting lit up with a lot of diseases here. There's nothing we can do about it with this party room. There is 2 people that can remove diseases. We do not have any of those people available to us, unfortunately, right now. They are the Grave Robber and the Plague Doctor. So we're just slugging through. We're almost about halfway through. We're almost to the Swine Prince. We got 2 more rooms, then we'll sleep here. And we'll be ready to go. Sometimes I feel like the game is running a little slow today for some reason. I don't know why. Could just be me. And I could be totally wrong. Depending on the fight I might go ahead and trep spec through some of this dungeon, because this seems like a pretty small short run. So time to eat. Get rid of some stress. Prevent the midnight ambush. I think I already showed off what we do if that doesn't. We don't do that. Restring crossbow. Got 2 left. Pretty simple there. Gave her a bunch of crit, gave her a bunch of accuracy and damage. And this debuff we can get rid of with an herb. Ah, good. Surprised. It's a random chance that happens. You can have buffs that make that happen more often. The surprise attack. Just it means that they all go last the first round, no matter what their speed is. Which is nice. Allows you to eliminate a couple, 1 or 2. This time we did 3. That was really nice. Ooh, that doesn't happen too often. She doesn't usually crit very often.
This expedition at least promises success.
Alrighty, so we got those all be gone really quickly, so I'm not really worried about those as far as debuffs go. Yep, there's the nasty looking Swine Prince. That thing looks disgusting. And that's Wilbur behind him. If you happen to have one of your characters die from Wilbur, you will get an achievement in Steam, which is kind of funny. All Wilbur does is guarantee to go first, 20 speed. He will mark one of your characters, and then the Swine Prince will just beat the hell out of him. Don't bother killing Wilbur first. Just beat on the Swine Prince. It's better. He's susceptible to bleed. He's susceptible to blight. He does not get stunned very easily. He's also guaranteed to go last. And just has 1 attack. However, it usually tends to hit the whole party. Or 1 person pretty hard. There's Wilbur. Guaranteed to do marks. Every time. The Arbalist does have the ability to remove marks with her flare. It's not really worth using here. Later on down the road, when we have the Swine Prince from the Veteran and from the Elite dungeons, we'll probably be using that. It's pretty nasty. He also, his eye kind of glows there when he gets that hit. So yeah, pretty straightforward. You just mow him down, kill Wilbert second. Wilbert will always be here in this fight. The boss dynamic of what comes in that boss fight never changes per veteran or up to hard or up to apprentice. The only thing that changes is their hit points and how well they can hit and how much damage they can put out. And when they always die, they always do not leave a corpse, the bosses. And there goes Wilbur. We're going to continue just a little bit, see if we find anything really neat. So I wouldn't mind getting more stuff. And that was a pretty easy fight. It can be a lot harder. He can do an attack that hits all 4 of your party members at once. That luckily did not come into factor, which is good. Something I never probably mentioned about the maggots, along also the spiders, they never leave corpses behind. And they also tend to always be alone. So it'll just be always maggots or always spiders, and no one else with them.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Just traipsing through here, just trying to pick up a little bit extra cash. So we get such an easy boss fight. Just trying to find some curios or maybe a chest room. Apparently we found a dining table behind them. We do have a lot of diseases on our party members, so I'll probably have to open up another treatment area in the sanitarium and apparently get rid of more disease. That's not a very bad one, but it is definitely one I will be getting rid of. The sanitarium has the chance, I do say chance, to get rid of 2 diseases at once. So does the leeches and the snuff box have a chance to do that as well. It's random, but it is a nice little thing they added. When this game first came out, the darkest dungeon was actually not accessible. They did it and ran it without that, and then later put it in because so many people were wondering why they actually called it the darkest dungeon, but never actually had a dungeon that was called that in the game. Just a little tidbit, kind of funny little notion about the game. So after this fight, we'll probably just go ahead and call it here because we've got enough diseases on our party members, and also they're starting to take a little bit too much damage. We could finish this place without any problems. I'm not really too worried, but I'm just going to go ahead and call it because I've already shown off pretty much everything I want to show.
Success so clearly in view, or is it merely a trick of the light? The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Dining cart, or dining table, sorry, would normally, if I had an herb there, I would put it on there. Otherwise, I just got tapeworm. That's fine. I don't need any more diseases, but I also don't really care too much. We've done all we can do there. Got 1 level 3 out of that, and got 2 mankind haters. Yay. Everybody left with a disease or more in that lovely place.
Before the crows and rats made it their domain.
So we have a ton more veterans we can do. We can also do still apprentice dungeons as well. But we'll figure it out then. See you next time.